All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is the brothers of GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live camp. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalom. And actually, we were going to start on dealing with Esau bringing about this digital system, but in the spirit, we had some Northern Kingdom to the side of us that had the, mariachi music playing. They had a tent out and they were drinking some Modelo's. But then, once they saw us set up, hey, they got out of here. And hey, that's the spirit of things out here. The mirth is quickly dissipating. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring about great judgment upon this place, America, which spiritually is Babylon the Great. Which if you could start with Isaiah, if you have one. You can get that Ecclesiastes. Kai, you can get that Ecclesiastes, Isaiah 24, started about let's start at verse 7, the whole back day.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, starting at 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Going into the economics, because when you go into the etymology of the word housekeeping, when you go into the etymology of the word economy, it literally means housekeeping. And, before we started this lesson, I think it was you talking about the Black Friday. Oh, a brother on the other side was talking about how on Black Friday, people are complaining that it's not the same anymore. Instead of getting 50% off of deals, it's buy one, get two free. Why is that? Because the economic situation is deteriorating out here. People can't afford to be giving away stuff like that anymore, especially with these tariffs out here.
It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low,
hey, companies laying off hundreds of thousands of workers. I think this year alone, there's been 1.8 million people laid off from their jobs. And it said, looking out of the windows and they shall be darkened because what? Nobody sees a bright future economically, morally, or just in general for this place, America.
Yeah, the mirth is gone.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Music is straight garbage out here. But as I said, the windows shall be darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Again, once we got out here, and I guess the cameras spooked them when we were setting up, you had Northern Kingdom just pack up and get out of here. That is the spirit, the sentiment out here for the average American. All you got to do is go to social media and see video after video of people complaining about working 2 or 3 jobs and still not able to pay all their bills. One paycheck away from being out on the streets. And it's not going to get any better going forward. The elites have decided to foreclose on this place, and they're going to make good on it. A liquidation sale, then ultimately a fire sale.
No, you got that, Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 7. The new wine mourning, the vine languishing, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Again, for the average American out here, it's nothing but sighing and crying. Not making enough on the job, just in a betwixt out here.
Verse 8. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth.
And we just had Thanksgiving the other day, and I remember even a couple of years ago, across the street from my place or just in the neighborhood, you see cars, like rows of cars outside of a particular house, but I haven't seen that for the last 2 years or so. And then people just aren't getting together like that anymore. Why? Because everybody damn near hates each other at this point over politics, just over religion, anything you can be divided on. The average American is divided so much that they can't even come together with family members without a issue starting.
Verse 9. They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink.
And another statistic you can look up. Hey, yeah, more Northern Kingdom spooking and dipping out. This word is coming out, and it's nothing but doom and gloom. Oh, you get that Ezekiel 3 real quick. When he opened up this book, it was nothing but lamentations, warnings, and woes. And yeah, read it again, Baba Kashab.
Verse 9.
Time.
Verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink.
And go look up the statistics. Drug use, alcohol use, suicidal thoughts are all up amongst the average American, and then especially ramped up after the C-19. And people, again, those that look out of the windows be darkened, people don't see a viable future for this country anymore. So they're turning to substances to try to drown out the sorrow of their current situation. But you can get that secret real quick. Because this word, even if they can't hear the spirit, the vibration of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is out here. And it reminds me of I think it's in Samuel's, when Samuel went to those particular people. They said, "Doeth thou bringeth good news or not?"
Thou comest peacefully.
Hey, even if they didn't hear the message, the vibration of the men of the Lord is out here, and the message we're coming with is doom and gloom, because that's on the forecast.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 8. It says, "But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, beheld, and behold, in my hand was sent unto me, lo, a roll of a book was therein."
Scriptures.
And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentation and mourning and woe.
And that's the message we're coming with. And that vibration is being pushed out here, which is why Issachar, Zebulon had to get out of here. But hey, they might know that the stick was out here. They might have seen, the 12 tribes of Israel, and just know that the message that the men of the Lord come with is not a good message. It's a message of doom and gloom and darkness if you want to be a part of this world. But if you're of that hopeful elect, and this is the new song that we're singing to and dancing to. Because on the flip side, with the worse things get out here, the closer we get to salvation. So we're going to keep blowing that trumpet.
This gospel is only for people that love the Lord, that want the kingdom of heaven, that want the suffering of our people to end. If you want this world to continue, this is the worst news ever.
Time. Keep reading there. I'll probably shut.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 25, verse 10. Chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
Backing up that Ecclesiastes 12, the city of confusion, which, Babylon is Babal in the Hebrew, which means confusion by mixing. So the city of confusion, the city of America is broken down, which you can see this place, if it were a race car, it'd have all the lights on the dash and everything would be on the red. America is broken down, and every house is shut up that no man may come in. As we started off with, the grinding ceasing and the doors being shut in the streets because the workers are few. People are getting laid off. Businesses are shutting down. And what are they bringing in? A lot of AI and automation just to take away even more jobs, from white collar all the way down to blue collar.
I was running with a brother that was talking to a guy, a young dude that particularly, I guess he knows what's going to happen. He said within 2 years, Amazon's going to go totally robot. They already transitioned them to, they fixed the warehouse up to where it's running like, they don't need as much of the grunt force, like, the labor force, the manpower. The next phase in the next 2 years is going to be straight robots. They were showing how, I showed you brothers, how they got robots now that can, you niggas be working them warehouse jobs, arguing with your baby mom on the forklift. You ain't wrap shit up. Them got robots that go up there, pallet the shit up, wrap it, and put it on the truck. So it's over with, man.
And then you had Elon Musk recently talk about the Optimus Bot, which is a whole humanoid-looking robot, like something out of iRobot. And he's saying, hey, we won't need police anymore because if you're a criminal, you can just have an Optimus Bot, patrol what you're doing. So to back up what the elder brother was saying, on top of people being laid off, they're just going to replace you with AI and automation. The thing with these corporations and these elites is the bottom dollar. to be as efficient and make as much money as possible. With you Americans, you have this standard of living in mind where I need to get 18, 20, whatever dollars an hour, when what we can either get a robot that we don't have to pay, or before they started going after the Northern Kingdom, we could import cheap labor for dollars on the penny, pennies on the dollar. But regardless, for the average American, hey, the only thing that's coming is lamentations, mournings, and woes, as we're bringing out in that Isaiah 24. The merry hearted do sigh, and there's sighing and crying in the streets. And the both of you in a second, as verse 15 started verse 15. Sure, we'll read down to verse 12.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
And that wine is talking about answers out here. And the only true answers you're going to get are from the men of the Lord. But as the brother brought out in Ezekiel chapter 3, the only message you're going to hear is lamentations, mournings, and woes if you want this society to continue.
Chapter 12, verse 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
And that's where all roads are leading towards, the ultimate destruction of this place. Jacob's trouble, you're going to have civil unrest, martial law, food shortages, and all that. And then ultimately nuclear missiles hit this place. And it's as simple as that. And we are on the cusp of this thing. 2025 is passed by, like a memory. And it's looking like 2026 is going to be even more of an action-packed year. They got something called the Bayou Classic down here right now, where there's a bunch of jakes that get together and kill each other over some football games, some college football.
Yeah,
but robberies.
Yeah.
And a brother posted in our chat that they got the National Guard deep on Bourbon Street right now, and armored Humvees, because they know how you niggas are going to get down. But, even with the Super Bowl, I saw military vehicles,
Watch this bitch, man. Watch this bitch. I could tell she about to come with the bullshit.
During the Super Bowl, which was down here, and then of course
See what she on.
The year started off, with that T attack on Bourbon Street. They had National Guard down here with the vests, the M16s, and everything.
Hey, you can go around. I'm busy. Yeah, there you go.
They had
Please back up a little bit.
uh,
On the sidewalk. You back up a little bit. Just watch the script behind you. Come on, bud.
they had Blackhawks. They had something called an Osprey, which is a military aircraft with two propellers on it. Something you'd only see in Call of Duty, but they had that out here during the Super Bowl. And then with Bayou Classic, they got troops down here. And what's that doing? Getting you people accustomed to seeing troops fully armed on the streets, because there is about to be a state of martial law out here. What just happened in DC, which now they're saying, oh, they died, now they're alive, now one's dead, one's in critical condition.
I want to go into that too. That's something I wanted to go into. What's crazy about that? They what it is? Get what is 2 Corinthians 2:11? Real fast. Hey, man, I think you put that article in there about those. They got 19 cities or 19 countries on the list of countries of concern of their citizens here in America. They want to check and reevaluate their green cards, reevaluate their so-called citizenship, reevaluate.
Talk about revoking green cards.
Yeah, all that shooting did was allow them to let ICE go after you motherfuckers. And they had Cubans, Haitians, they had people from Afghanistan. And like I say, every time Esau has something going, what card he can always pull? The Ishmaelite card.
Mm-hmm.
And the boogeyman. Yeah, boogeyman. And they can lock shit down. That's what he did. Now that ushered in him bringing in 500 troops to DC, man. And he's getting you like this brother getting into. They're massaging in these troops. You keep hearing troops and National Guard here and every after a while you're gonna be used to seeing Humvees, tanks. Oh, that's just normal. The next thing you know, you're gonna have your ass full blown in a camp somewhere.
Con.
Go ahead,
uh, if I could say too. And a couple of days before this, incident happened in D.C. with the National Guard. You had Nero 47 announced that he's going to put certain chapters of the Muslim Brotherhood on a foreign teist watch list. And then a couple of days later, lo and behold, you have an attack by somebody from Afghanistan who was a CIA asset. And this is open information that was working with special forces over there. But hey, to back up what the brother was talking about, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11, because we can see right through the gameplay. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And as the elder brother said, when all else fails, Esau just pulls out the Ishmaelite card. If I need to get things in place, just have a teist attack and have a vaguely brown, Middle Eastern, Negro, Hispanic looking person do the incident.
A person of color.
Yeah, a person of color.
and that puts us under that banner too, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I got that word devices. This is a strong G3540. Noema. It says a mental perception and evil purpose. Evil purpose. That's Esau, man. He's full of evil purposes and evil thoughts.
you put you on a mental perception.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ishmaelites, because now everybody goes back to what thing. Because as soon as that happened with that shooting, and they found out that the guy was Arab, they immediately start looking at you Arabs crazy again, man.
Yeah.
You know, the city of New York has what did he say?
Muslim mayor.
A Muslim mayor. This is a point of concern. But how the fuck y'all let him get in there? Even the guy that's over at the FBI, I think he's Arab or some shit.
Elamite. He like
Elamite.
Hindu or something.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, so-called white man. They don't give a fuck what they is. All they know that they Arab. That's all they put them on. They could be peaceful.
He come from over there.
Yeah.
Six type of Muslims.
So how the fuck?
Right.
Huh?
Cash Patel.
Yeah. Wish that guy, man.
And
Go
you
ahead.
see how that look he has. That's after he took a peek at those Epstein files. But leading up to all this, you had some judges block, Nero from sending National Guard, I think to DC and other places. And then this incident happened. So what's that?
Trying to force it in there.
Yeah, we told you. See, you didn't want us to put the troops there. Well,
yeah.
you didn't want us to.
DC is one of the most dangerous places right now. You got these guys coming in shooting national. And when have you ever seen the president announce when the person died or not, man? This is the second time. Even with old Kirky. Before this man, family, all this shit can announce it or whatever, he says it. Some weird shit, man.
Oh, yeah, Revelation 12:12. And then also,
They bringing in a chopper.
God.
They bringing in the choppers on us, man.
And then maybe about a month or so ago, they were talking about creating a National Guard Rapid Response Force that they want spread throughout the country by January 1st, so that if any incident pops up, they can send them in there to handle business. So all these things, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. All these pieces are in place, and now you're starting to see the catalysts to justify them coming down on you people. And we know the chief target is going to be you Israelites.
Always, you public enemy number one, man. It's straight up. Whatever something happens, they worry about, like down here. We bring it out time and time again. When it's hurricane season and everything is all blocked up, flooded, and rain, after so long, what they say? Looters will be. They got Jake on their mind. These niggas gonna come take all my shit. And they what they do? They start shooting at motherfuckers down here, man. I'm talking about vigilante shit. Citizens doing it. Don't nothing happen, man.
And one of his devices is using language to control people's minds and create different perceptions. Like when these Edomites, when these so-called white people, all right, when society collapsed and they're looking for food, they don't call them looters. But you Jakes, you people of color, all right, you looking for food, you're a looter. Looter just means it's okay to kill this person.
Oh yeah, what that lady is? She look like she's a black woman, but she look almost white. And she on the news.
Rachel.
Soledad O'Brien. I think her name is Soledad O'Brien. You can look her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she got a documentary about New Orleans, right?
Yeah,
A new doc. She said on the documentary she was paid and told back then, on the time of Katrina, it was a Katrina documentary. She said she was paid to say the looters was Jake, and it tell you how it was really no raping going on. It was none of that shit going on. And you watch this documentary, they show you how they all lied about this shit. To testify for them to come in here, justify them to come in here killing this shit. And she said, "Look, I was told to show Jake taking." He said, He said, "Look, they're taking Pampers. It was nothing. What's wrong with a guy taking Pampers for a baby or food?" He said, "But when I show the white people, with actual they stealing shit in the water and said look, they're in a desperation for survival.
They found
You know these motherfuckers are good at wordplay.
Yeah.
They're mind freaks, man. They'll new speak the shit out something.
Yeah.
You know, or spin something, man. But she brought it out. I think so did Dad O'Brien, man.
So Dad O'Brien.
get on
I think this documentary, it's a new documentary. So,
read that 12 and 12.
You know the name of that one?
huh?
You know the name of that one?
I can get the name of it.
that Katrina documentary on Netflix.
Okay. On Netflix.
It's another one, but all right, that's
I
fine.
think it's called
Kinda.
High Water. Something.
I don't think it's that one. It's another one. I think it's on Hulu or some shit.
Yeah, two that came out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's one of the. It's not the one on Netflix. The other one. She on that bitch saying how they was controlling the narrative on purpose, man. Even it was making it bad for people down here. Even when they went to the next city,
Right.
next city, they were just showing you on the screen
As an animal.
as an animal. Now you come in here, so they already put it in their minds.
They was ready for it too, or what they thought.
Hey, even with 911, when that incident happened, it had people looking at these Ishmaelites with a side eye. You saw somebody dressed like a Muslim or a mosque. You thought, oh, they might be with Al Qaeda.
Yeah, our elders say they got locked up. They're not even Arab, man. They were just preaching the Bible. They
They
got
was
locked up.
open season on them after that.
Yeah.
It's still that narrative, man. Well, my woman just come from out of town a couple of weeks ago. She said, man, they had a motherfucker got on that plane with that shit on. He said, everybody like this.
The turban.
Yeah, he got this coming there with this. Just imagine that everybody talking and the plane calm, and then this nigga just turned around that corner. Everybody got quiet. He said, I was even watching the bitch, man.
He got that vest under that. But hey, even with this recent incident, going back to the wordplay, what Esau was doing was calling this guy, this animal, to degrade you, to make these people see you as a savage, an animal, a problem that needs to be taken out. And even with the Northern Kingdom during his first term, what was he saying? Oh, they're thugs, they're rapists, they're coming from third world shithole.
Yeah, meanwhile, he's the #1 school shooter, #1 mass shooter, #1
Yeah,
pedophile. Yeah,
Yeah.
One right
Child picture keeper,
yeah.
right there.
you know?
It's
They
hard
the
drive.
wrong word for what they do.
Oh, it's this shit. He got 10 terabytes filled up, man. Right now.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Look at this guy, man. Him right there.
That's who be on Roblox.
Talking to your
On
children.
Fortnite, all that.
To catch the predator.
Hey, you're playing it. They're playing a game with you. Hey, you like tequila?
Hey, come up and let them walk by, brother. Oh, come up. Yeah, let them just walk by. Go ahead.
You got the Revelation 12. Yes, sir. Because it says in the scriptures that what Esau would accuse us, before these nations out here to paint us as public enemy number one.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation, and the strength and the kingdom of our power, and the power of Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that accuser of our brethren is Esau Edom, painting us as, black thugs, welfare babies, welfare queens, drug addicts, all these things before the people. And what? On a spiritual sense, degrading us so he can be like, look, Lord, how can these be your people? Look at how bad they're breaking the law. But you create a society to where they get put in positions to where they got to compromise themselves. Because at the end of the day, all this is Esau just trying to get the birthright back. But what did the first part of it say? And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and the strength of the kingdom of our power. Salvation. So no matter what you devils do, you're still going to lose at the end of the day. But leading up to that, we're coming into the times of Jacob's trouble, where this devil is going to come down in great wrath, specifically upon our people, to fulfill this NWO he's diligently working towards.
Verse 12. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Hey, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, the deceiver, Esau, Edom, specifically the elites, are getting ready to come down in great wrath because they know that they have but a short time. You got the prophets on the scene, you got Israel waking up, you got chariot sightings. So Esau knows that his time's almost up. Hence why he's fast forwarding, moving quickly to fulfill his enterprise. And between here and him getting there, there's going to be a lot of death and destruction. And America is going to be, ground zero for a lot of the horrors that are about to take place. God, you got it.
All right, this is Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh.
Start at verse 14, Baba Shah.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
And what did it just say in Revelation 12, verse 12? Woe or destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. The Second Esdras 15 and 14 backs it up. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, because great judgment is coming down.
Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Hey, a free-for-all out here, that one people against another, race wars, civil wars, political warfare, citizen against non-citizen, the average person going against the government, anything, anything and everybody out here. And it said with swords in their hands. And that main sword on the streets of America is going to be that gun.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So the immediate verse is talking about sedition.
Watch your mic here, Epstein. He's coming back.
So the verse 15 was talking about one people fighting against another with swords in their hands, and then the next verse, sedition, which means conduct or speech inciting open rebellion against the ruling authority or monarch. What's going to really get things popping off out here is when these Edomites really understand that their government never had their best interests, and that their orange golden hope, Nero 47, was really just another puppet for the elites.
Yeah, when they find that out, they're not going to take it out on their elites. They're going to take it out on who lives right next to them.
Mm-hmm. Like they did with their buddy.
Yeah.
CK.
And I put an article in our chat today where some Republicans were taking an early holiday because they were saying, hey, I don't want the people of our base to come firebomb my house. So these politicians are starting to spook out here because they're seeing that spirit getting riled up.
It's one of them politicians. They talking about everybody start getting round the clock security, man. 'Cause hey, we seen it. We seen it play out on screen before. Purge election year. That's the thoughts. That what happens. That what happens in any society when the people that's on the bottom start realizing who's actually
Sticking it to them.
sticking it to them. What happens? They rebel and they rage against the machine, man. And all those people that are in charge, what happened? They hunt them down. Bats, hammers, guns,
Swords in their hands.
yeah. And then what they do? They find them swinging from a goddamn pole, an overpass.
That's
And they put that sign up, dirty politician or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause you're getting fucked, man. If you don't know, you're getting. I'm talking about screwed to the sack, man.
If you're not a trillionaire, you getting fucked over, man. These people think they make a couple dollars. Well, at least I'm not a nigger. Well, now you're the new niggas. You Edomites are the new niggas.
It's only rich and poor at this point. And Jake, a lot of the reasons Jake just going about like nothing's really going on is because Jake always been at the bottom. It's these Edomites that actually tasted that American dream and were living good and seeing it taken away from them that really feeling the effects of these things.
They're gonna get it ripped from them. Huh?
And I wish I could.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
And I wish I could remember this this YouTube video.
shut a while back.
I wish I could remember this YouTube video, but it was going into like the 5 cycles that happened before the collapse of a country and its government. It was the 7 cycles, and he was saying America's in the 5th cycle. And he said what really accelerates things is when the middle and upper middle class realize that the institutions aren't working for their benefit anymore. And we can clearly see that that's the growing sentiment out here. Hence why it says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, these government officials, as well as the authorities that uphold the system, like the police or the military. When people's stomachs are touching their backs, a badge and a uniform or a suit and tie is not going to mean a goddamn thing.
Oh,
Hence why it says the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People are going to be getting it how they live out here, and it's going to be bloody.
Let me see. I tell him like he didn't have to live in.
You can read that to verse 18.
That's a term for down here.
You're going to really have to get it from the mud.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
What does that sound like? A lockdown, a state of martial law, where due to some event, we got troops on the streets, we got barricades up, and going forward, we're going to need to see some identification to make sure who you are. And what would be a perfect way to, fully get everybody? This AI infrastructure and digital ID. That's another aspect where things are moving towards.
Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
I'm going to just get this one real quick. 2nd Esdras chapter 8, verse 50. Which reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. This is one of the main reasons Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is about to bring great judgment down on the earth, but especially America, for the great pride you people have been walking in, especially you Edomites and 2/3 of our people. Here, Esau's getting ready to, try to usurp the authority of the Lord and set up this digital AI system. The majority of our people are going to follow along with it. This truly is a godless society. So the Lord is getting ready to show you what the just deserts are for a nation and a people that forsake a higher power. Look at what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire and brimstone. So that modern fire and brimstone is about to hit this place ultimately.
and the scripture said that Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of them that live ungodly. And Esau set up a society that's exactly the same.
Worse.
Worse. God.
It's
This is worse than the flood.
Yeah.
You know?
And you got men becoming women, chopping their rods off. You got this AI. People don't know what's what anymore. You don't even know what's real in this society.
And I just saw, I think a brother posted in the chat, or it might have been a brother doing a short, where this Ammonite lady, this Japanese lady, got married to an AI. And at her wedding, she had a little projector that projected his image, like
Come on, man.
holding hands with the projection.
Oh, no.
You people gotta go. And it's as simple as that. But you got it.
God, this is Zechariah chapter 11 and 4. It says, thus saith Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Hey, that's talking about Esau, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Esau, built the society off the blood, sweat, and tears of you Israelites, and thinks he's just going to ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And, these Christians thought, oh, well, the Lord's with us doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But you're quickly learning that's not the case. And whose shepherds pity them not? As his brother was going into a little bit yesterday with the hedge, these leaders out here that have been set up that are leading our people astray just so they can get the bag, that have made a covenant with death.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, you got it.
Yeah, just to back up what you were saying in with the second Ezra's 8 about the great pride. It's prideful for you to establish a society that's completely against the law, statutes, and commandments. And Esau does that every time. All right, the Greeks, the Romans, the British, and the Americans. He sets up democracy so people can come together and basically vote against the scriptures. That's all democracy is. So it takes pride for you to establish a society against the Lord and then expect the Lord to not do nothing. Oh, the Lord's with us. God bless America. Why?
Just because judgment isn't executed speedily against a wicked work, you know, man is fully set to do evil. You think that just because it's been hundreds of years of you kicking the Israelites in the ass and you going and colonizing and bombing these other countries, that nothing's going to happen to you? Well, now those chickens are coming home to roost. That very same infrastructure that these elites had you in the illusion of, to where America was unstoppable, they're bringing it back to police their own citizens. The robots, the troops, martial law, surveillance, all those things. Con.
This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
That's exactly what we're doing. These words are coming out of our mouths. The prophets are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh. And we preach these messages solely to, mainly to you Israelites in hopes of, that you'll come back to your power and repent. But hey, these heathens got to hear the message too, because, hey, judgment applies to them as well.
Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. For not the imaginations against thee, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Straight to the point, as it says in Romans 3, I think it's 3. But what if some did not believe? Shall their faith make the word of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Let the Lord be true and every man a liar. So all these people, which I see it's getting a lot quieter out here with these rebels on the comment board, or these scoffers out here.
They're still talking shit.
Yeah,
we had one the other day talking shit. Y'all still out there? Yeah, nigga, you still out here. You still out here. And we glad you inside.
Con. Hey, but as this message speaks louder and louder, these people are going to see that a prophet had been among them. And as it said, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. We don't give a damn that you don't believe the word. At this point, it's not going back and forth with you niggas. Hey, if you truly believe what you believe in, go and preach it. That's what we're doing. If you have such an intense passion to disprove what we believe in, go stand on what you believe in. But you're not going to do it because you're a coward. And it's as simple as that. And what did ISUPK say? No cowards. But hey, they're cowards, you're cowards, and cowards are about to get cut off.
Crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
So what did it say? Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Lamentations, mournings, and woes. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So as we see these things intensifying and ramping up out here, that means that everything has just about been fulfilled and reached, the bounds which it cannot pass. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is about to bring that great judgment to end Esau's rulership and set up the kingdom of heaven.
I had one back what you had said a while back. You were saying something about how the elites, the things that they set up, the so-called middle class, they were all for it. Now that they see it's coming against them.
Oh, God, yeah. It's like the 7 stages of when a society collapses. And one of the main telltale signs is when the middle and upper class realize they stop believing in their institutions and their rulers because they see they're no longer for their benefit. So they start rebelling. And then, they say the lower classes follow suit. Like the middle and upper class is the momentum to push forward the rest of everybody really going against the government.
Yeah, that's why you got guys like Tim Wise, which he's a Edomite, coming out and exposing his own nation and saying how y'all been lied to. Y'all been lied to on whiteness, the white privilege. Y'all been getting fucked by the bankers the whole time. The whole time you done settled over here and stole every goddamn thing because they've been robbing your ass, man. You know, and turning you against everybody because they didn't want you to wake up to showing you how you been getting effed over, man. But which those elites been saying for years. When it comes to you Edomites, really a lot of you nations, everybody has a price. This is offer you a briefcase. Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
In the briefcase.
Just put some zeros on there
Yeah. Give them a blank check.
with a pen.
How much would you like on there?
Yeah.
Serious? And they just stare at you like,
Yeah, because when you print the money, you could buy anybody that's for sale. The number don't matter. They print the money out of thin air. It don't matter to them. Oh yeah, I want $100 million.
It's never a loss.
Yeah, it's never a loss. They
Never
never
a
take
loss.
a loss. That's how we're gonna be in the kingdom. All right, Jake not gonna take a loss in the kingdom. Like, come on, man.
waking up, not having to worry about, oh, how much I got left in my bank account.
Yeah, we're gonna do like remember that y'all remember that interview Charlie Sheen was on? Winning. Yeah, we just gonna be every day we wake up winning.
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 All I do is win. This is a Psalm
But
chapter.
lion's blood in us, not tiger's blood.
We
Yeah.
gonna have that Hebrew money, man.
Mhm. That sound money.
Yeah. Quiet money.
Heavy. Can you imagine in the kingdom? It's like, my Lord, it's gonna cost it. Just do it.
Let's do it.
Hey,
What are you even asking me?
Yeah.
Just do it.
what are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, you might get severely beat. You ask an Israelite man,
That's
like,
like something, man.
yeah. What do you mean it's too expensive? Hey, put him in debt. Bring his cousin. Come on, man. This is Psalms chapter
Hey.
10.
Bring his cousin, put him to death too, and get the cousin after him.
Yeah, examples going to be made in the kingdom. But this Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Oh, hey, again, let him be taken in the devices he, what's that word?
Have imagined.
Have imagined. You created this society to screw over, not just the Israelites, but your own people. And it's going to be your own people that are going to be the ones to really put the fuel in bringing this bitch down.
Yeah, because they have worked on so long now. This is a dystopia, which means bad place, and that's why they want the new world order so bad. Because when you look at the word utopia, it means a good place for them.
Yeah.
What they call it? The Georgia Guidestone. They want to maintain humanity under 500 million. It's 7 to 8 billion people on the planet Earth, but they want to make it a good place for them. What do they call it? Elysium type world. Well, they're at the top. They rule. That's why you look on that dollar, man. It has a pyramid.
Yeah.
They want them at the pyramid at the top. No middle class, no middle, and just you at the bottom, in chains, in servitude under them. Plain.
Yeah.
That's why they have plans to chip everyone, man.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you as goyim, cattle,
That'll, yeah.
all right, useless eaters. Okay, that's the plan. And right now, what we do, we started feeding you bread and circuits, instead of feeding you bullshit. On top of, meanwhile, we have plans, great plans going on, man. While you up here watching NBA, NFL playoffs, these niggas are going on Jekyll Island, Epstein Island, and they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Because devising schemes to for them up, kill you, and to put you down, man. And for them to have the world dominance.
Yep.
Look at that's why like I say, waking up to this truth. That's why you look at that cartoon Pinky in the Brain.
That's Esau.
That's Esau. That's the elite bankers.
Yeah.
Right there. That's what's that one?
The Burns.
Him too.
Yeah.
John Rockefeller, even the Scrooges in them the elites, man. That's how they think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim in the dough, and everybody else gonna be poor, man.
Yeah, they in that Alonzo spirit from Training Day. This
Yeah.
is my world. You just live here.
Yeah.
I got cases on all you, but that's how they feel. This is their world. We just live in it. Which, according to prophecy, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. This is their world right now. They were given, part of their blessing was to take
For a
peace
time.
from the earth and have the fatness of the earth for a time, like the elder said. But very soon, there's going to be a transition from this being their world to our world,
Yeah,
the real world, man.
yeah, you only was staked the rule for a short season. And we seen that short season, it's coming to an end.
Quick.
Wrapping up. You remember how you go to the club, you be in that bitch dancing and drinking and partying, popping bottles, and all of a sudden them lights start getting dim. They're turning on and getting dim. That let you know what that mean.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Last call.
Yo, last call back. Hold. You know the niggas used to do that back in the day
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the mixed tables and shit.
Yeah.
All right. You know, and then soon along you still in there. Guess what? The lights come on.
Man, that's shakes you out of everything. Like,
Yeah, the lights be on, man. And you seeing people run through, picking up shit. The niggas sweeping, wiping tables. That's it. That's the stage we're in now. The lights start coming on now, man.
Yeah, the light of the world.
Yeah.
How should I turn the light on, man? This
And
Joe,
all your shit, all your grime, your
all the cups on the floor.
yeah, the nastiness of shit is just been exposed through the prophets, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. When you turn on the lights at the club,
Yeah, you see
You
how the
see-
women really look.
damn,
they've been sweating in there.
yeah, sweating, ugly motherfuckers, man. Then you look up there, they got throw up, man. They gonna sit over there. You know? Yeah, all type of shit going on. You know, when the lights come on, man.
Yeah.
That's what's going on now. You know, go ahead.
And if I could say real quick, just to back up what the brother said, you know, the men of the Lord are what's raising up, you know, turning on those lights in the club, showing you the filth. What's it saying, Isaiah 47? The skirts of Babylon are being lifted, and shame shall.
That scripture about the scum.
Oh, that's a secret.
Yeah, the scum.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, get that one.
Con.
Let me fix this camera a little
The
bit.
skirt is being lifted up.
There
You
we
know,
go.
all of Esau's dirty dealings are being exposed. And as it says in Habakkuk chapter 2, shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. You know, people used to look at this place as, oh, the land of opportunity with streets paved with gold. But now they're seeing it as streets paved with pyrite. It's that fake gold.
Yeah.
And people are seeing that this is tungsten, that this was all just a lie and a scam. Hey, you know, them people you know in your neighborhood that told you, you know,
Yeah.
we came here and
We thought it was the land flowing with milk and honey. We come over here and gotta work harder than we were working back at home, man. One of them got pissed off, he just left. And the other guy came talk to me, said he finna get the fuck, man. The one, I don't know if you ever seen the fat one with the kid.
I think I seen him.
Yeah, he said he about to get the hell on, man. So we finna start seeing that prophecy in Isaiah
13.
13 chapter really come into play, man. These nations finna get the hell out of it. It's no more to squeeze out of this rock, man. The thrill is gone.
And what's his name? Finkelstein. That interview was like going on 20 years ago, and back then he was saying we squeezed all the juice out of this rock. Speaking of America,
Especially the way immigrants are being looked at. They really like, let me get the fuck out of here.
You would want to.
hey,
'Cause when they close the doors of this place, when they close the borders, you know, the Canada, because you know they always talk about the Mexican border. What about the border in Canada, man? You know, when they close these borders up, south, north, and south, and they shut the lights off, hey, Lord, watch out.
hey,
That's all I'm gonna say.
walls keep people out, but walls are also meant to keep people in too.
Yeah.
It's gonna become battle royale
Oh yeah.
on the streets of America.
And guess what? Just like in the first purge, they're gonna be watching on all these cameras they got all around.
Drone.
They're gonna be watching the gore go down, man. It's gonna be televised. It's gonna be look how these Americans tearing each other up. They're gonna y'all gonna tear each other apart over here.
Placing bets. Like
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got your old ass Edomites, rich and shit. Oh, I bet 100 million that he'll do this, that.
How long this
Game.
person last?
Yeah, it's a big game.
And then other movie y'all went and watch. First they're gonna watch that shit.
Running man.
Running Man. See how long you can last, man. And they're gonna, and like I say, that book out there tells you about what they're planning on doing. And Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. How they get all these motherfuckers from these institutions, these mental places and shit. They got the jackets on. They releasing them.
Skeletons.
which New Orleans is the one of the main cities. Then that, like I said, I got people that work in that place, man. 2 people, even that brother
Brother just left. Yeah.
working. Half, majority of the city is in that bitch. You got principals, you got city councilmen,
Lawyers.
lawyers,
Doctor,
all these motherfuckers are in there, man. And they loony.
It ain't nothing for you to stop at a red light and see one of the prison.
Yeah, they go through
Tweaking out.
rocking back and
yeah,
forth.
going through 10 personalities and shit, man.
Getting naked.
Yeah.
Nigga got beads, a turban, no shirt.
You gotta hit him with a needle that's this long of B52 to put him down, man. You know? Hey, what happens when they let all the Skeletors out?
My good.
Yeah. Motherfucker gonna be wearing your head wearing your head and your body as a coat, man. This
Walk
winter.
around.
Yeah, they found what in Houston, they found 200 people dead in the body, man. It's been 14 in the last month.
They trying to say it ain't a serial killer.
Come on, man.
Hey, as it says in Matthew 24, verse 12, and because iniquity or lawlessness shall abound, because we're seeing this become a more lawless society by the day, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah.
And that word cold is psycho
Yeah.
in the Strongs.
Case in point, go look at Highway 40. Do you know what Highway 40 is? Highway 40 goes from through Memphis all the way to LA. They say that's the highway of psychopaths. That's the literal high. You can look it up. The highway of psychopaths. Most of your unalivings and killings happen on that highway, man. There's a number of truckers. This is some of the most weirdest people there is come on that highway, man.
And truckers, that's
Look that up.
weird.
Highway 40.
I'm good on that.
Highway 40 killings, man.
And we might have to look at you, Art. how often you be hanging out on Highway 40?
Come on now.
Got that finally.
Got that as secret.
Yeah, man. We in the land of sickos, man.
Yeah.
All right? In the land of sickos, man. When you motherfuckers can eat different foods and raw foods and shit and possums and you a sicko, man. You know? Yeah, you could be a mo by nature, you a sicko.
They used to call it a mental disorder.
It is.
Yeah. I mean,
You got these goddamn bulldagger thing that's my child. Motherfucker, that ain't your child. Remember that other one come out here? I'll be slinging dick. You remember that one?
oh,
Are they
yeah.
walking around with that silicone in their
Yeah.
pants thinking it's real?
Remember I told you
Yeah.
I was going to block man? I said, man, get out of here.
And there's a whole pattern of it, it says.
Yeah, it says the term Highway 40 killings generation refers to 2 districts which are related subjects. It says, you see, pattern murders, women being dumped along Interstate 40, corridor stretching from Oklahoma to Texas to Arkansas, Mississippi.
That's some weird areas.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma, then nothing good happening around there.
That's good happening in Arkansas.
Yeah. And that one, when we were going up there to see the brother, that one
Yes, indeed.
long ass dark back road we went on. It was cornfields and weirdos out there.
Yes, indeed.
One dude with a bunch of debris in his pickup truck. It was like he was trying to race us or run us down, or who knows what was going on.
Yeah, man.
Riding around in a truck full of debris.
Yeah, just debris in the back flying out.
No reason.
Jeepers Creek.
Then rolling the window down and shit, man. That's fucking crazy. But that's what's going on, man.
Hit us in the back.
Bunch of sickos here. A lot of these people, man, are drugged up lunatics, man.
Most of them drugged up.
In America, man. Either you fat, drugged up, or mo. You know, you just are all out. You're all out degenerate, man. All right?
Oh, a hole is crazy.
Or a hole and a
both.
hole.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
A hole. Hoeing and mowing out here.
Yeah.
That's Jake. And hoeing and mowing.
Doing some night mowing. But give me that Job real quick, bottom of the show.
This is the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
And Job was prophesying about America, you know, the land of darkness. Hey, a land of darkness and as the shadow of death, which we know America, another name for America is the valley of the shadow of death. Death follows you wherever you go in this place. Shit. If the Lord wasn't protecting us like these average people, there's somebody in this city right now who's gonna die tonight. They don't even know it. They just think
Couple
that,
of people.
yeah.
You see it all the time. Do not see it all the time, Mark? What happened on January 1st? We said, hey, man.
Some gonna on the Eve of Destruction video. The elder brother said, "Hey, something gonna happen tonight." Then a couple hours later, with that
35 people, man.
that electric Ford,
Yeah.
hit that right angle, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm going to say this. One thing about, this reminds me of a video the brothers from London did some years back. In a lot of these demonic cities and different towns. Hey, man, when you go somewhere else in this country and you come back here, whether you in the plane, because the airport is right over here. When you over this body of water right here, you can feel it. It's just demonic. When you driving on the Bonnie Carroll Speedway, you can feel this shit, kind.
That heavy feeling on the
Dark,
chest.
gloomy, fucking city, man. Spirits on these motherfuckers, man. You can feel it.
Just yesterday we were going to there's angels that we can't see. There's also left-handed angels, demons that we can't see, but you could feel a demonic presence, man.
Hey, but Mike Tyson said it. That nigga be saying spiritual shit that he don't even know he be saying. Hey, and it's true. When you favored by the Most High, you also favored by Satan, man.
Yeah.
Because like I said, these other people out here, these 2/3, they have them. They have them on a demonic delusion.
Spiritual MKO. True.
All right. So they don't want the demons. Don't want them. They want the ones who like us that are open to woke to the truth, man.
Hey, sinners.
Yeah.
Everybody they already turned into a vampire they didn't want, but they wanted Sammy because he had that music in him. He had that song in him.
The new song.
Yeah. And that movie's so spiritual that it don't even make funny, man. And motherfucker be letting them demons get in like the script.
Inviting them in. Yeah.
And then what happens? It invite 7 more demons. It's spiritual, man.
They're playing on their emotion, like with that Moabite lady. The main demon was saying, "Hey, ain't your daughter somewhere? We're gonna go back and we're gonna go, see her."
She lost it.
Mm-hmm. Woman activities, but
Verse 22.
But if I could say too, to back what the brother was saying with that Mike Tyson quote with the angels and demons out here. There's this one stop on my job, and I always look at it if I use the bathroom at this stop. Somebody put some graffiti saying "Magic holds this." That's a spiritual ass saying when you think about it. It's probably a witch that wrote that shit.
Yeah. Y'all brothers. I remember when you brothers first started coming around, man. It's been telling on the block. Y'all see me bringing it out. I'm like, you a witch, huh? Yeah. Y'all seen it plenty of times. Motherfucker that mention this shit.
All the good time.
Or deal with it on the block. We talking about certain things. I said, man, this motherfucker a witch, man.
You're talking about Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like most of the women you ever dated were some witches.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something too. The majority of the witches are in New York, down here, and in LA. LA has the most witches and warlocks, man. And people think when you say that, you're thinking about castles and
Right
The
on,
hat.
on money head.
yeah, hats and dragons flying.
Like a hag.
And you on
You know?
a broom, like broomstick, like
No,
They got witches with BBLs out here.
yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta watch them goddamn women that got crystals every fucking with, man. Candles and crystals,
Altars.
Yeah, altars. You got dragon chases dream chases, dream catchers. That's what it is.
yeah.
Especially in crystals.
Yeah,
Stones.
weird ass tattoos and shit all over their goddamn bodies. You gotta watch them motherfuckers, man.
Man, one Eve I dealt with in the past, her friends were legit witches in a coven. Like,
Yeah, and they already said since the C19, a lot of N-dubs, a lot of you black women been getting into what? Witchcraft, man, at an all-time high. All right, you consulting with the spirits, as they say.
Or the ancestors.
Yeah, you gotta watch these goddamn women, man.
especially now.
You're not looking at what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a whole succubus, man. And you wonder why you sleeping, you get that. Man, you trying to get the pillow right. You look, this motherfucker like this,
He's staring.
staring at you, man.
Or you wake up, you're laying in the bed and she just
Yeah.
sitting up in the bed, just looking forward, like,
And I'm gonna say this too. You got this old stereotype down here, but a lot of these women do voodoo down here, man. A lot of these women do cook up potion. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Then put it in your goddamn bathwater. You thinking she been nice? Oh, she laying out the red carpet for me.
smell good.
Yeah, I want you to wear this. Meanwhile, you go in that back room, she got candles every goddamn way with your name on it, man. She got the needle, you got the candle with the needles all in the.
The dummy.
Yeah,
Poking the dummy. Don't eat the spaghetti, Jake.
yeah. Well, you eating from the goddamn? You can't even eat from every goddamn body, man. No, I'm good. I'm good. I ain't drinking and no, I ain't goddamn thing, man. I told you, brothers, man, go. You deal with these chicks, man. Make it long and long before you go to their house, in their house and shit, man. And when you get in there, hey, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm checking the cabinet. Motherfucker probably got antidepressant,
A
crazy.
lot of these are on the, what they call them SRIs.
Yeah, that's it.
Just to, yeah, beat that thing.
Yeah, you dealing with some hot, and they don't mind. Half the women here don't mind telling you that they're witches.
It'll come out
It'll
at
come
some
out.
point.
Or it's either.
Yeah.
Even them snow bunnies too. Them snow bunnies, the main goddamn witches,
Talk
man.
about their exes in front of you, like, oh yeah,
I didn't see Arab women here, witches, man. You hear me? Arab women here, witches.
They got Hindu stuff that they worship with pray to.
Yeah,
And Eve be wearing the little symbol around their neck with the little hand.
yeah.
I know what that was symbol, that look like
Yeah.
an eye in the fall.
Yeah.
You gotta watch all that shit, man. And I'm gonna say this too. Them witches know who you is, man. All right, they got a hint of knowing you got the truth, man. I didn't talk to one of them before. Like, oh, they like basically, I didn't think I told you. They have see what they know it. Like we go to the Rouse right now, they know we about to come in Rouse for this. Why they in there? They know we coming in there. It's a thing between light. We have the spirit of the Yahweh Shem Shai, and they know it, man. Oh, that's so cool. All right. I wonder who the hell that's that dude that walked by.
And you get that weird feeling, that weird feeling around them.
I got a quick prefix. Book of Exodus, chapter 10.
That one in Acts with the Exodus, the book of Acts.
Oh, Acts.
Go ahead. You got it. You got yours. I'm about to get it. I'm about to get this.
Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer which to live. Jump down to verse 20. Exodus 22 and 20. He that sacrificeth unto any God, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. So they're just going into how we speaking on these soothsayers and witches, sacrificing unto these pagan images and idols and stuff like that. The Lord said they gotta die, they gotta be put to death. They out here. I seen one Eve, she made a video saying that witchcraft was our heritage. And you saying that? Yeah,
A lot of them
they
think that.
believe that's our heritage and it's being kept from us, and that's why a lot of Eve thinking that they're enlightened and they flock to that. But the Lord say they gotta die.
Yeah. Even drug dealers, man. When you're a drug dealer, you're a witch, man. You're conjuring up potions. Them drugs are number potions that get people under different psychosis and illusions, man.
Ultimate mental state.
Right.
That's why I call pharmakia in the Bible.
Hey, I've been watching this one YouTube channel recently about this guy. He be going into a lot of his daily life stuff, but a lot of it be lining up with the scriptures, like what we're talking about, which is, walking into a room, media influence and stuff like that, people he dealt with. And that verse is the conclusion I've come to, is that witches just need to be put to death because you got forces out here just influencing people to do wicked shit that ain't gonna stop. So the only way to stop them is permanently.
Yeah.
Like it's not, it's an emotional thing. I don't know if I could. No, for the sake of humanity and goodness, they got to be cut off.
Hey, when you go into Isaiah the 47th chapter, it goes into it even more. You might get that too. America's a witch coven, man. Witch and warlock coven. So what has to happen to it? It has to burn. You got the Lord tell you in the law about shit like that. You gotta burn these idols, man. These places, these false places of work. You gotta burn this shit, man.
Burn them, bury them.
Yeah.
Either way, they gotta go.
Okay, that's why the Lord told Moses to tell Israel, when you went to the land, break down their altars, burn their idols, damn it, get rid of the entire Canaanites out of the land. Because if you leave a single one of them, they're going to cause you to go off, and lo and behold, what happened?
I want to ask it out there.
Get the Acts first. That what they were speaking on. Then get the Isaiah. Let's go.
It's Acts chapter 19, verse 10. It says, and this continued by the space of 2 years.
Yep.
And so that all which dwelt in Asia heard the word of the Lord, Yahushai, both the Jews and the Greeks. Talking about the Israelites that were in the land of Judea, as well as the Israelites that have been Hellenized. It says, and the Most High wrought special miracles by the hand of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them. So Paul was able to do miracles, all right, which is coming to the men of the Lord. All right, we're in Acts 2.0. You got brothers that's going to be able to have healing powers, man.
We healing now with this word. At one time, you brother that was in the world, not knowing your nationality, you was sick. All right, go ahead.
It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahushai, saying, we adjure you by Yahushai, whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushai I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? So the spirits know who the men of the Lord are, man. These demons know, okay, this is a man of the Lord right here. All right, who is this guy?
Hey, when Yahushua went to the tombs with that lunatic, the demons on that man said, hey, now is not the time for you to, take away our power from us, showing that they knew who Yahushua was. They cowered before him.
Yeah, and they knew that their time was coming. The demons know that this current world isn't forever. They know that the kingdom of heaven is forever, man. The demons know that. What's wrong with Jake?
Jake want to dance with the devil.
Yeah.
Where you want me to start in that Isaiah?
Start at 10.
I started 1.
Come on, man.
Isaiah 47 and 10. I started 9. But I started 8. Yeah, 8. I was going to go to 7. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Back to that pride, the pride of these people.
Mm-hmm. But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, Revelation 18, in 1 hour. The loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Yeah, because America was founded and brought up through witchcraft, man. And the founding forefathers were nothing but a bunch of warlocks, man. Go look it up. All of them.
The Hellfire Club.
Yeah, just Google George Washington hidden hand. He got the Mason hand.
Get him with the apron on.
Yeah, the apron.
Yeah, with the whole apron on.
Yeah.
You got a statue of George Washington doing the as above, so below.
Yeah. All of them were nothing but a bunch of witches and warlocks, criminals, man. Even going back to Christopher Cuball, that guy, he was another goddamn witch, warlock, man. All right, and then the men he brought over here was a bunch of criminals that brought roaches, rats,
smallpox,
and disease in pigs, man, and cheese. You ain't really supposed to fucking eat cheese like that. But that's a whole other goddamn thing, you know.
Esau, pigs and cheese ain't gonna be too far behind when it comes to Esau.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what's going on. Go ahead.
Verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me.
Right.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. And you thought none saw you, but when we read in the first verse, it says what? Your skirts are being lifted up. By who? the prophets, as it says in that Second Thessalonians, who shall destroy with the spirit of his mouth. All these strongholds, these things you've set up are being broken down spiritually right now by the men of the Lord, going into current events and this information out here, but being able to bring it together and filter it through the scriptures and line it up to show you, expose you perfectly. Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand thou with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries,
Stand now with thy enchantments, all right? With the multitude of thy what?
and the multitude of thy sorceries,
Mm-hmm.
wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. From the beginnings of America, there was heavily, and still to this day, brought up in what? Sorceries, witchcraft, all right? Soothsaying, all right? That would actually establish America, all right? All these signs, these demonic signs and symbols, it's everywhere, all throughout this whole country. You see the pine cones. Oh, you go to the warehouse district out here or the garden district, you see pine cones. You see a green man. All the car symbols that you see on these cars are demonic symbols, man. Going into Satan, all right? Going into all type of deities and shit, all right?
Oh,
And some of them just wide open, you know. You think that mean that? That's what a nigga tell you, you know. Go ahead.
verse 12. If stand thou with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Verse 13. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, stargazers.
So you got people out here that try to tell certain things by the stars. You got these fucking tower readers that try to tell you about your life and things that are gonna happen by reading cards. The crystal ball motherfuckers, man. Right? You got other ones that actually use Ouija boards and summon demons, talk to the spirits. All right, which is it's another one I'm missing.
Fortune teller.
You got them.
They got Deuteronomy 18 and 10 list all of them.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
go ahead.
this book of Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits,
Yeah,
or
talking
a
to
wizard.
talking to demons and shit, man. Oh, I seen your mama up there. Your mom, she was
A
so
medium.
yeah, dealing with mediums and shit. She misses you and shit. Like it's bullshit, man. You talking to demon? Ain't nobody in the spirit world coming down and talking to you. Hey man, when your people die, you can't get them to want to come back here. You know?
What happened with was it Nathan or Samuel?
Samuel. Yeah.
When
So
Saul called him, went to the witch of Endor and called him down. Samuel told him, "Why did you wake me up from my rest? And because you woke me up, you're gonna die tomorrow. You're gonna be up here with me."
you and your son.
Yeah.
You know? You're not talking to nobody in the heavens, man. You ain't got that. Oh, they're looking down on it. Well, you know, you ain't talking to them, man. They had peace, they had rest. Now, what are you dealing with is demons, man? Right? Because these demons have the ability to come from one realm to another realm. You know. Go ahead,
Hey, a heavy movie bros should really check out. It's called Hereditary, which is going into everything we're talking about right now. The premise is, this woman's grandmother was a Satanist, and she was a intergenerational Satanist. So she had it planned out to where down the generations, her family members would be sacrificed to bring about one of the princes of hell to reincarnate into a male family member. And there was one scene where the mother, she was talking to a lady who joined like a spirit club, and they thought that they were talking to the woman's dead son, but really she found out you were talking to the demon, talking to Payman.
Yeah, and that remind me of these elites, what they do, you know, because they want to keep that tradition going. That's why they have the blue bloodline. Where if one of them die, they come back in that same line. That's why they intermarry with each other. So they want to keep that them secrets and all that witchcraft. They want to keep that amongst them. They don't want to deal with out of commoners, man. Would they be exposed, saying what they got going on? They keep it in house, man. But they're here. They had them. They had them back then. And got them today. Because what has gained them power? Witchcraft in this country, man. I'm talking about these big wigs. What the fuck you think going on in the White House? What thing going on in the Senate? All right.
Top floor.
Yeah. What you think going on? What you think going on with these doctors? These doctors had to take a Hippocratic oath. What you think that is? What you think that's a form of? Witchcraft, man. These judges take an oath. You know, and these motherfuckers get so down with it too that every year, and they got most times around this country, all these lawyers and judges have a party. And guess what party they celebrate? All of them go to. Oh, Albert Pike. Albert Pike tell you what in the book Morals and Dogma about masonry. Tell you the form of it's witchcraft. And we talking about the big boys. We ain't talking about you niggas that go and pledge Prince Hall.
Get a couple of extra $100 out of the
sticker.
ATM.
Yeah, and get a goddamn sticker. All right, and a T-shirt. So we talking about the big boys. Them niggas that's in Scottish Rite and Yorkshire Masons, man. Them niggas is real witches. Yeah, you niggas can't go to their lodges, man. And tell me I'm lying. Go ahead, dog.
Hey, backing up with Albert Pike with the Mazzini letter, when he was talking about the 3 world wars, he said after, the 3rd World War, when we, just completely depleted everybody's morality, that's when we're going to bring the true doctrine of Lucifer unto them.
Excuse the concept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna do that, man. Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai is gonna pull a rug up under your ass, man. You're not gonna fulfill your new world order, man, that you have longed to try to do, You ain't gonna do it. What is it? What the Lord said? I'm gonna do something while they're eating.
Job 20.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna in the midst of you eating and trying to establish that
I got it.
NWO, the Lord's gonna rip it from out of your hands, man. All right? This is what he done when you try to establish the Tower of Babel, man. All right?
Real quick. So, this Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
That's the New World Order. All right? That's that enterprise meaning the New World Order, man. You're not gonna be able to fulfill your New World Order. Okay? Just like I said, just like the Tower of Babel, the Lord threw a wrench in there. The only new order of the world that's getting ready to be established is the Israelites. Order of the Israelites, all right? Founded and brought to you by Yahweh Shai, all right? And you're gonna like it and you're gonna love it, man. I promise you. All right? You will have nothing and be happy. Okay? That's y'all say. Go ahead,
I got 2. Isaiah 44:25. That frustrated the tokens of the liars and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward and maketh their knowledge foolish. That's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is doing, exposing this devil.
Through regular men. You got friends of mine over there. How you go from the world to that?
Man, shut up, man.
Now you can break down the scriptures. Now you know so much when it comes to world events and things of that nature, man. It ain't us. It's the Lord. I would have had when I was in Houston. You had professors and shit. Were wondering how y'all know all this, man. Like it's the Lord. The Lord I took the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, man. All like we on the topic of it, these witches and warlocks, how we able to pull their skirts up, man, and expose what they into? These professors, all this knowledge they supposed to have from these institutions out here, how we able to debunk that?
Founder.
Confound them, crush them. Because remember that other girl,
Yeah.
no, the dude you was dealing with.
Oh, the anthropologist?
Yeah, crushed him. Crushed him.
He had to rethink the last 40 years of his life, man. That was beautiful.
Crushed his ass, man. And all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah for that, man.
God.
It ain't us, it's the Lord. Lord put this spirit on regular men, and built us up over time to what? To use and wield this sword. This is the sword, man.
Double-edged.
Double-edged sword. You gotta know how to wield it. You gotta be disciplined enough and go through the process enough to learn how to wield this sword. Or else, guess what? You'll cut yourself. We seeing niggas cut themselves.
Yes. Yes.
This is what happens when you let a child get his hands on a goddamn Bugatti, man. You all right?
Crash.
You're gonna crash, man.
This 1 Corinthians 1:27. It says, "But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Yes.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Right, man.
And base things of the world and things which are despised as the Most High chosen." Yeah, the last hire last hire first fired. All right, so-called niggas, spics, the people you despise in this society, we're actually your new rulers, man. All right, we're the rulers of the world to come. Lord willing, we're of that number. All right, brothers got jobs where they drive in, brothers plumbers, all kind of just regular odd jobs. You would think nothing of this person. Then these people that have all these degrees and letters behind their name, they come up and get crushed.
And you're looking at your future kings, man.
God.
All right? You're looking at your future kings and rulers of the world to come. We ain't fuck this world, man.
Yeah,
We don't give a shit about this piece of shit.
it's over.
Our minds are solely on the future world to come, man. Well, we're gonna thrive. We're gonna be on top, man. Okay? We're gonna call shots. Hey, I got 500,000 Edomites. I'm full over here. What do you want to do with it?
Kill him.
Are you asking me? You already know what I have to say.
Yeah, we're gonna minister. We're gonna administer courts. Well, we're gonna hold court with you devils, man. Cause you gonna go off. We're not gonna go off in the kingdom. The scripture says the law is gonna be in with us. We're gonna live, breathe, all right, the law, man. We're gonna be a walking testament of the law. How we supposed to be? Oh, what did scriptures tell you in Lamentation? How we?
Perfection of beauty.
Yeah, we're gonna be the pinnacle of perfection of beauty. When you look at us, you're gonna see Yahweh Shem Shai, man. The law. We're gonna be the lawgivers. All right?
What's that Judge Fred? I am the law.
I am the law.
I am the law.
And we're gonna crack them knuckles. You know how that nigga had them rubber gloves on
And they make that noise.
the noise, them knuckles cracking. That's gonna be us, man.
It says in Deuteronomy 6, when you go before this people, found the law, statutes, and commands, they say, what wise people is this with such a great power?
Yeah. Cause we're gonna be connected to hey man, we're gonna be connected to the source, man. We're gonna be the plug in the cord. All right? Fuck all that, man. And we gonna have slaves. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Our women gonna have slaves. Our children gonna have slaves, man. And we're gonna minister the law to you. All right? With the scepter. Hey man, I might even just every now and then I might just put on the Judge Red chin. You got that boot. And then
That mask.
yeah, give it to you, man. Give it to you, man. And we can break the fuck you nations up, man.
And then you got fucking tutti fruity niggas out here talking about how the heathens can get salvation too.
Hey, fucking you up is gonna be like them mornings when you was a kid, waking up to that Nintendo, blowing that motherfucker. You know how you you had some chip, drink over here, and you was going to town, man. That's how it's gonna be waking up to jacking you up, man, every goddamn day.
Pure joy.
Pure joy, man. pure joy, man. You can't fucking wait, man. Go ahead, I get riled up behind topics like this. So I get brother. Get riled up by that shit, man.
What's that?
Revelation 2
Yes.
and 25, it says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come." And this is Yahushua talking to the believers, the church. It says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father."
Hey, that's straight to the point. You know, we'll rule over them with a rod of iron, and they shall be broken to shivers. And imagine hitting a little pottery clay, some Becky made at Whole Foods made with just this big piece of iron. That's just gonna explode. Pieces are gonna fly everywhere.
That's you heathen. They're gonna be beating the smithereens, man.
Beating the powder.
Wow.
And you know, like I said before, Apostle showed back then, if David was willing around 75 pounds of a sword and a goddamn, what you call
A
it?
crown, a 70-pound crown.
Imagine that scepter, man. You can't take 70 pounds across the goddamn head, man.
Said the house of David is gonna be Asgard.
It's a feeble shall be a
At
day.
David. So
And I told you, brother, when you look at that crown David had, it was like a basketball, an NBA basketball hoop.
damn near the circumference of that light right there.
Yeah, it was that round, man.
That height too.
Then
That's
they, like I said, then they had on the shield. David had a shield, and they're showing David had a lion. This is the back of the lion. He had the lion picked up, breaking his neck like that, man. And on that picture, David looked like the Hulk, man. You know the Hulk turned all green and shit, and that's how he was looking, man.
Mighty man.
you know,
Yeah, because the mighty men, even the mighty men of David are back, man. Everybody's back. To feel their lives, man. Like I said, this brother just read in Acts 19 that you had those people that deal with the left hand. They was back then. We saying that the people back then are back today, so they back, man. Everybody's back. Whatever you was doing, this part of the scripture says, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophet. So if those people, if the spirit of the prophet is subject to us in this time, what happens to those people? The days they were doing back then, they were doing today. That's why I know you might have watched it. You watched Cloud9 Atlas.
I think about that.
It show you from the time of slavery on to the time when they went to the future, they kept coming back doing the same thing they was doing, man.
The one guy who was the villain, he would always came back. And then by the last story, the body didn't exist anymore, and he was literally a demon plaguing the guy's mind, showing what he was throughout all his other reincarnations.
Yeah, they heavy, man. That movie. When you want to know about reincarnation and shit like that, go watch Cloud Atlas, man.
You had slavery. You had a point where they had robots and people had the chip in their head.
Yeah.
And in the end, Jake had spaceships, and Esau could barely speak. Like Esau was just a
slave.
broken down slave.
Yeah, man. You ain't gonna. That's true. You ain't gonna do too much talking, man. Your eyes gonna be set. You gonna have a clear description of the ground in the kingdom, man. You gonna know where dirt, crumble, crack it is, man.
If they need to talk for it.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to say.
And they didn't need to hear our opinion when we were in slavery. You just need to work.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you back to those days when you was in those caves braiding. We're gonna bring you back to those days, man. You didn't talk. That's the only thing subject to a goddamn a servant, man. Like the scripture said, hard work and sweat
Fetters.
and feathers, man.
We're gonna put a lot of feathers on you.
Yeah. And Lord will, like I say, Lord will with those men. The Lord grant us the power to see everything that was supposed to be promised and fulfilled to us, man. You devils going down. We want to, hey man, brothers want to be at the gates when the first Edomite slaves start rolling in, man.
Going into those bunkers with Yahweh Shah.
Yeah. We want it all, man. I want to, hey, you got those people out there that watch the movie, then they go through the credits, then they watch
See the scene at the end.
the scenes of, we call them bloopers. They call them bloopers.
There's bonus footage.
Yeah, they got people that watch the whole goddamn thing, man. We want it like that.
watching the credits before the movie too.
That too. You know? Go ahead.
Jeremiah, Jeremiah,
Here you go.
Jeremiah 30 and 16, it says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Does that sound like salvation for the heathens?
Every one of them shall go into captivity,
And be devoured?
and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Hey, straight to the point, Khan.
I ain't know this.
Khan.
Like 1:30.
Well,
It's about 1:30.
close it out with give me Isaiah.
Now, this is plain, man. All you jakes talking about some of the heathen could be saved. What part of every one of them don't you get? Then in
Hey.
Obadiah 1 and 18, it says, there shall be none remaining in the house of Edom. How they going to be saved?
Exactly. What?
Well, that shows you, man. You know what y'all exposed yourself. He say, yeah, I sold out. I was preached that the Gentiles can be
They
saved.
said that?
Yes, and then start doing
They
it.
started doing
Hey,
Yes.
straight to the point.
So
that-
we know. So we know that's an indication, like the apostle said before, when they go into Nate, how Don Nala, that was with priest one lawyer back there, and said, "Oh, I was there when the Rosicrucian rolled up to Nate and went in the room with him with a briefcase by himself and come back,
Stop teaching the
teaching
name.
the name instantly." You know.
16.
So we know what the indication is: the name and the nation can make.
Yeah.
It's, you know, clear indication, man.
But as I said, all they that devour thee, that prey upon thee, and that make thee a spoil, all those same things are about to happen to them. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. I don't hear any salvation in there. And if you purport, say that we are the Israelites, then you look throughout our history, the people that screwed us over. In the book, it says that the same thing is going to happen to them. That's why it's going to be a beautiful thing when the Lord, takes you niggas back to the spirit world. And that's what it's getting to. I ain't watched the video yet, but Apostle Gabar did a video saying 2026 may be the year where the Lord starts taking out apostates. And I pray it is the year. I pray it's the final year in captivity, because the Lord needs to just shut your mouths in a horrific way.
That says whose mouths must be stopped.
And I can say that,
And I can say that.
bitch. But I get it.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Hey, the sons of them that afflicted thee and despised thee shall come bending down to thy feet, calling you the sons of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And when you read it, I think it's in Isaiah 50, it says, their kings and queens shall be thy nursing mothers and fathers, and they shall lick up the dust of thy feet. Now, they're not literally going to be licking the dust off our feet for you freaks out there. That just means that that's how low of a position they're going to be in. And we're talking about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these hidden families that, these witches and warlocks making all these major plays, shaping the world to their will. These very same people are going to be beneath our feet, being the scum of the earth that they've always been. The Bowers, which is what you Rothschild's names were before it was Rothschild, which mean a peasant, a lowly person, a field hand.
The princes are about to go back on those horses, and the servants are going to be where they belong, man.
And they ain't never getting back on those horses again.
Is that an Edomite on that name?
What's that Edomite doing on that name?
And the Lord.
Hey, he gonna be, yeah, we'll just leave that there.
All right, this is verse 15.
You read the verse 16. In verse 16, it went good.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an external excellency,
In eternal excellence.
an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Hey, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, those that were not were brought to in those that were. The things that were looked at as the lowest in the face of the earth were those that confounded the wise. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee. Lamentations. Is this what men call the perfection of beauty? They wag their head at the daughters of Zion. I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations, being Yasharala, the princess of the power, you know, letting the glow of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shine off of us to where they will say, hey, those truly are the people.
Verse 16. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
And sucking up the milk and of the Gentiles and the breast of the kings, meaning we're going to get the first fruits of everything, the best of all the resources. And we're as the brother was talking about earlier, Esau, how'd you say it, Aki? What Alonzo said on training day. Yeah.
I got cases on all y'all. This is my world. Y'all just living.
Hey, that's how it's going to be with us, but we're going to get that eternal blessing. As I said in 2nd Ezra 6, all these things were made for our sakes. And we're coming back into that lie. And once we have hold of that scepter again and that crown, hey, the crown is never departing off that head ever again. So, so with that, we hope Sincere Akim and Aquas were edified by another live camp. But before we get out of here, again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, Sincere Akim, out there, pushing this word and truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, being brothers enduring to the end. Abba Babal. Abba Babal. Abba Babal. Abba Babal. Abba Babal. Abba Babal. Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom. Shalom.